Should you take HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy? I mean, it's just absolute madness out there now, I would say. In my opinion, it's just doctors, they're handing out HRT meds like it's Halloween candy, you know, just giving them left and right for every single symptom, especially for women, but also for men. Also men take this. And especially in the US, like there are doctors and famous hormone specialists that just prescribe you hormone replacement therapy. And are they even doing something good for you? Is it good for you to take them? I mean, of course, you should always listen to your doctor. But here's my take on that in that video. Because before you take any kind of hormone replacement therapy or any medication, you should even know the dangers of that, and you should also know what's actually causing your symptoms, that you can have or that you can make an informed decision about your health. Like, you should actually know, okay, are there side effects? What is it doing to my body? And what's actually going on? So let's say you're a woman in your 40s and 50s and you have low, estradiol, progesterone, whatever, estrogen, whatever is going on. And you have symptoms like hot flashes, weight gain, maybe you have some brain fog and fatigue, these kind of symptoms that we often associate with menopause. But the problem is, these symptoms are not a problem of menopause. Low hormones, let's say you're low in testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, estradiol, that is not because you're close to menopause. I mean, of course, the hormones change when you get into menopause, but you can still be too low on them, which you can see in your blood tests or urine tests or whatever you're doing. But the real problem is that we associate the symptoms like weight gain with menopause or with our hormones. Weight gain is a liver problem. Here's my liver. It's not my liver. Thank God it's not my liver, because then I wouldn't sit here. But the liver, if the liver is too overburdened from toxins, toxic heavy metals, viruses, bacteria, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, DDT, petroleum, radiation, and then you have a high fat, high protein diet for over decades, and you bog down your liver and overburden your liver more and more and has to produce so much bile, it gets to a point where it can't process fats and proteins anymore, especially fats, and it stores these fats in and around your liver and then at your body, starting at the belly. And then it has to store these toxins that are gathering up in your liver, also in fat cells, so it basically protects you from toxins that they don't free float in your bloodstream, because otherwise they would enter your brain and your heart, which can, completely kill you if you have toxins floating around in your bloodstream, especially bad ones. Therefore, your liver is basically saving your butt to that you're not getting these more severe issues, and then you gain the weight. So the weight gain has nothing to do with your hormones. It's solely a liver problem. Hot flashes, it's a liver problem. The liver is getting hot. There's like, when it has to work harder, just imagine you train harder, your body is getting more hot. It's the same that's happening with your liver when it's overburdened and toxic and sluggish from all the stuff that's in there. It overheats, and when it tries to expel that heat, you get hot flashes and night sweats. Has nothing to do with your hormones. If you're low on hormones, it's an adrenal problem. Your adrenals are weak, and you probably also have energy crashes. You don't feel rested after a full night's sleep. You have dry mouth and eyes. You crave salt. You are thirsty, and you can't really quench your thirst. You have trouble falling asleep at night. You crave stimulants. You crave salt. I think craving salt I already told you. All adrenal problems, all adrenal fatigue. And the HRT that you take for this, is it like helping with any of that? Because it's not. And if you have a viral issue going on, let's say you have thyroid problems, let's say you have tingling and numbness, let's say you have PCOS, endometriosis, chronic fatigue like CFS, or just neurological chronic fatigue, where your legs feel like sandbags, or you're extremely tired. If you have that going on, and then you're taking these hormones, the biggest problem of these hormones is they act like steroids, basically. They're hard for your adrenals on top of that, because it's a foreign hormone that's entering your body. So your adrenals produce adrenaline, which can give you a high and can make you feel better. But these hormones don't do anything for you, because the lack of hormones is not even the real cause of your chronic health issues. And then doctors just prescribe that, and they just give it out like they don't even. I talk to so many women about that, even men. And doctors never say anything about side effects. It's insane, completely insane. Okay, let's go into the side effects. Did your doctor tell you that HRT has side effects of strokes, blood clots, breast cancer? Did they ever mention that? I mean, that's enough of the side effects, besides like nausea and all of these kind of like things that are also on the list. You can get a stroke from HRT supplements. Yeah, I wish it would be a supplement. You can get a stroke from HRT, and then they say things like, "Oh yeah, but Vitex berry or chaste tree berry is not enough for balancing your hormones. You need the real HRT, otherwise it won't work." Of course, you're not going to recommend that, because you don't make any money if you don't recommend your stupid HRT. Like, you need to wake up about that. Doctors only make money when they sell you their crappy medication. And they say, "Oh yeah, the side effects, everything has side effects, and that doesn't have so many side effects." How about no side effects? How about going the natural way? How about healing the root cause of what's actually going on, instead of just placing a band-aid on your symptoms while the underlying issues that you have in your body are getting worse? It's just insane. Completely insane. And you even think you do something good for your body. Because yeah, I mean, at first glance it makes sense. Oh, I'm low in hormone, let's take hormones from the outside to replenish that. How about fixing your adrenals, that your body is able on its own to produce enough hormones again for your body, for your system? How about that? No, let's don't do this. Let's just give you synthetic, artificial hormones with like a whole bunch of side effects. Let's just do that, much better. Oh yeah, but I'm doing bioidentical hormones. They have the same side effects. They almost have the same side effects. And guess what? They don't work as well. Do they work on your adrenals? No. Do they work on your viruses? No. Do they work on bacteria? No. Do they cleanse your liver? No. Do they cleanse heavy metals from your brain? No. Do they cleanse pesticides, herbicides from your liver? No. Do they restore your reproductive system and feed it with like right kind of nutrients? No. Do they restore neurotransmitter chemicals in your brain that you have less brain fog? No. They don't do anything. And I guess that you're desperate, and I understand that you're desperate and that you just take whatever you think you need to take in order to get better. But let me tell you, there are ways naturally. There are natural ways. It's just that 100 years ago, the whole system got changed, and some dude decided that we can now use just pharmaceuticals instead of natural remedies to get better. And if you're somebody with a successful career, like a professional or business owner, and you struggle with these symptoms, and maybe you're on HRT, you want to get rid of it because you realize, it might be not that good, and you really want to support your body naturally, and it starts with your diet. Nothing else is more important than your diet. And most people that think they have a clean diet don't have a clean diet. They might have a clean diet because they avoid processed food, or you maybe don't even avoid processed food, then it's time to book a call anyways. But even if you avoid processed food already and you think you eat healthy, you don't. You very much likely don't eat healthy. Otherwise, you wouldn't watch that video right now, because you probably have symptoms going on. And if you have symptoms like hot flashes, fatigue, adrenal fatigue, thyroid problems, whatever you might have going on, neurological symptoms, chronic fatigue, reproductive system concerns, but especially if you're low on energy, if you're sick of waking up tired, if you're sick of going to work and feeling tired, and you wake up in the morning, you ask yourself how will I do that the whole day? How will I sustain everything? How can I make it happen today? Like juggling everything from like work and family and friends and partnership, maybe dating. I don't know if you're single or not. So make sure what you can do, because everybody's situation is very individual. There is a link in the description, and there you can book your free discovery call. It's www.theobergmann.com. Book your call there, click on that link, book your call there. Then we will call you for 20 to 30 minutes to first of all figure out if and how I can help you. We will listen to your whole situation, assess that, and then we will move on to a strategy call, which is like 60 to 90 minutes. It's a Zoom, a one-on-one call. And in this call with me, we can really look at your specific symptoms. I can explain to you what's really going on, what we need to do. And I would highly recommend you doing that. I would map out a whole strategy for you to show you, also for free, the second call. And I would highly recommend you doing that, because if you're staying in that vicious cycle of taking these pharmaceuticals every day, and there are pharmaceuticals, there's nothing natural about it. I mean, you can do it and you should listen to your doctor, of course. But if you feel like you want to have a natural route, you want to like get better naturally and you want to ditch all of that, then you should definitely do that. Otherwise, in my opinion, in my experience, the symptoms are getting worse. It's even harder to get rid of it if you stay on it long term, and you don't even do anything good for your body and for your health and for your symptoms. There's no root cause healing. You can call it band-aid management maybe if you take HRT. It's not root cause healing, it's band-aid management, what you're doing. So make sure to book your call if you want to get better. And I'm really looking forward to see you. And maybe here, maybe on the call, and maybe in one of the next videos. So don't forget to subscribe as well. And thanks for checking in. So we're gonna talk very soon. Bye bye, guys.